Joining me today, I have Brent Trickett. He is the National Director with Family Life Canada. You are out of Saskatchewan, is that correct?
Yes, I live in Saskatoon. Our offices are in Abbotsford, but I'm in
Nice.
Saskatoon. Met a lovely lady out here, so that's where we live.
Awesome. And we were just talking about how the prairies get so cold. Hopefully, by this weekend for Missionfest Manitoba, it's warmed up just even a little bit. Hey?
It'll be great.
Wonderful. So, I would love to know if you don't mind starting off, what is Family Life Canada for those who don't know?
Well, Family Life Canada, we want to bring help and hope to every family in Canada. And we do that by helping families flourish and live on mission, and also by partnering with churches to strengthen the marriages in their community.
Lovely. This weekend at Mission Fest Manitoba, happening at Church of the Rock, February 7th to 9th, you're going to be leading a breakout session on Saturday called Equipping Your Church to Build a Strong Marriage Ministry. Could you give us some details about what you'll be talking about?
Yeah, sure can. One of the things, for Family Life, we're actually known for things like our marriage conferences across the country, our weekend getaways, and we do those all across the country. There's one in Winnipeg coming up in May. Um, but what our passion is really to help churches have a strong, healthy, vibrant marriage and family ministry, not only to equip their church, but also to reach our neighborhoods and our communities in Canada. So in the breakout session, we're going to talk about what does it look like to have a healthy, strong marriage ministry and family ministry, and how do we get started in doing that? One of the things with churches in Canada, and these are North American stats, mainly US, but 72% of churches have no substantial ministry to marriages and families, or marriages, I should say. 74% of churches have no ministry towards newlyweds. And then 85% of churches spend 0% of their budget on marriages. And so one of the things that we really want to change in Canada is a real investment into our marriages, because strong marriages make strong families, which makes strong churches. And we believe, a strong marriage and a strong family is one of the greatest apologetics in this generation.
Mm, well said. I would love to know if somebody, pinged in when you said a marriage conference and they're like, okay, maybe we could use that. We've never been. What can people expect for something like a marriage conference that's coming to Winnipeg in May?
Well, what they can expect. One of the other thing we want to change in Canada is people believe they shouldn't go to something like that unless they're in trouble. And really, I think a good marriage has a lot to benefit to become a great marriage by just taking time, investing. And we think about it like your car, like making any investment in your car. You do regular oil changes, spark plugs, all those things. You do regular maintenance so that it'll last a lifetime. And we should be doing the same thing for our marriages. But at the conference, it starts Friday night, 7 p.m. and goes till Sunday at about 12:30. And in the conference, you're going to have real couples talking about real things and talking a lot about oneness. How do we develop oneness? And one of the things, I'll tell you why most people don't come. They expect that they got to share all their problems with everybody. But we've designed it so it's just you and your spouse, and it's a getaway for the two of you, and all conversations happen between the two of you. But they're great conversations that we typically either too busy or we don't know that we need to have. And so we just foster a lot of those conversations, and it's a fantastic weekend.
Right on. Um, I know you already touched on this a little bit, but talking about strong marriage ministry in churches across Canada, why is this topic so important in your opinion?
Well, a strong marriage is really the basis for a strong family. And strong families are the basis for a strong community. And we believe that a marriage centered around Jesus Christ really is the real strength behind those marriages. And so if we can help strengthen those marriages in our church, it leads to better church participation, stronger, healthier kids. There's lots of benefits. We'll go through all those benefits in that seminar, but um, often we're so busy and we just think like it is what it is, but we can make real investments into our marriages, and our churches can have a lot to do with that and create a culture where we're able to talk about just the regular things. One of the things I think one of the greatest lies of the enemy that we believe is we're the only ones that are going through these problems. Nobody else has had these problems. Nobody will understand. When in fact, lots of people understand, and we all have challenges in our relationships. And when we learn to talk about those and bring them out into the open, we help strengthen the whole community.
I was just going to touch on that, talking about stigmas in the church. And why do you think it is hard for people potentially to say, we're struggling in our marriage and actually we need some help and we don't even really know where to look, and potentially feeling like a failure. And can you even say that in church and that kind of thing?
Yeah, one of the things I often say is we come to church trying to look perfect and leave broken instead of coming broken and looking a little bit more like Jesus every time. And so there is this idea that we have to hold it together. I heard a stat once that most people wait on average 4 years too long to ask for help in their marriage. So trying to fix it with the wrong tools or maybe no tools, and just in our own strength. And then by the time they come and ask for help, often it's too late. Somebody's already got a foot out the door, or they're already checked out. And so when we just learn to say, hey, we need some help, um, that goes a long way. That's one of the reasons why one of the things that we developed over the last number of years is a marriage mentoring initiative where we help churches train older couples to mentor younger couples. And one of the things that we see in there is that when a younger couple or a less experienced couple shares a struggle. My wife Celeste and I, we love to mentor younger couples. And often what they see is like a really big problem. Like this is going to make or break us. We don't do this out loud, but you kind of chuckle. You say, oh, that's it. Okay, we can work with that because every couple goes through this. And it just helps us to understand that we're normal, right? That we are normal and that we can work through this, and there's people out there that are willing to help us.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time today. Is there anything else that you wanted to share?
Just so we're really looking forward to being at Mission Fest again. It's I think this is our fourth or fifth year that we've done it where it's been up, and it's just a fantastic event, and we're looking forward to it. So come see us and come check out the breakout as well.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for taking the time. We're going to encourage all of our listeners to check out Missionfest Manitoba this weekend. Thank you,
Thanks,
Brent.
Sylvia.